This is gonna be a more unedited video of my gaming tier list. Chances are, if you're watching this, you already know my gaming tier list, but before you click away, I'm actually going to be providing explanation into each individual game instead of you just seeing an image. So without further ado, Wii Sports is an A. It's kind of your average tech demo, but the golf minigame is fun. Counter-Strike, I just can't get into it. It's just like the most kind of basic shooter I've ever played. You just shoot gun. There's no sprint button. There's like no gimmicks or anything. You just shoot gun. Counter-Strike, but again, Persona 4 Golden is SS. It's a good game. It's not one of my favorite games ever, but it's a very solid game. Bigfoot is a Steam horror game that you play online with friends, except it's actually pretty fun, even though it's buggy. But there's no way to actually win the game, because Bigfoot has so much fucking health, it's absurd. So, Bigfoot's going in average. Persona 5, the original, I'm gonna give a SS or SS. I don't know. I like Royal a lot better than 5, so it's hard to remember where my original opinion on 5 was, but I'm gonna put it in SS. Phoenix Wright I have not beat because I lost all my save data, but it's a pretty average game. Smash Bros. Brawl is not as good as Ultimate, but it has Subspace. Smash Bros. Brawl is a SS. It's Smash. Doom 2016 is not nearly as good as Eternal. It's an A. It's just kind of a zombie shooter, but I didn't have a ton of fun playing it. I still liked it though. TF2 is a C. It's just Overwatch, but outdated. Ark is a D. There's a lot to this game that I've barely scratched the surface of, but I'm just so bored whenever I boot this game up. BattleBlock Theater is... Nostalgia Bias puts it slightly above average, but it's a pretty average game. It's just a platformer with a funny narrator. A Human Fall Flat I've played for 10 minutes, and it's not that fun. Unturned... it's unturned, bro. Clash of Clans, I will give it an S. It's the fun mobile game that everyone plays. And I had a lot of fun with Clash of Clans. However, I had a lot more fun with Clash Royale. Now, whenever I say this game is super high, everyone's like, what do you mean? But no, this game is fun. I would give it a SS because I really like the combat. In general, I like chess, and it's like speed chess. You just play it super quickly. There's a ton of strategy to the game, and it's not actually pay to win. You don't have to sit and wait. The customs are really fun. I was able to play with a bunch of kids at school who don't actually play video games, but they play this. Like, I just can't justify not giving this game a SS. It is one of my favorite games out there. Mario Kart Tour was a disappointment, to say the least. I'm gonna give it a D. Plague Inc., pretty fun strategy game. I think I'll give it A. Temple Run is about as generic as the roguelike mobile games get. That's a C. I'll give it average. It's not bad. Rules of Survival is terrible, but the player base is so bad that you can go in there and win 50% of the time in a battle royale game. This is a battle royale mobile game, and it's so easy. But it is garbage. But I had a lot of fun, so I'll give it average. Uno Port. My problem with an Uno port is you can't play locally because then everyone can see your entire hand. So I don't know. And then no one's gonna play Uno online, so it's a C. Super Hot. It's 2 hours long. I guess it's fun, but like it's an average game. Roblox. I never actually really got into Roblox, but this game's pretty fun from what I've played, memes aside. Overcooked 2 is average. Just a fun puzzle game. Dauntless kind of sucks from what I remember. This is the Plants vs. Zombies mobile game, which is not as good as Clash of Clans, but I still enjoy it. The campaign's fun to play through every so often. Plants vs. Zombies, the 360 game, actually has a versus mode. where you play as the plants or the zombies, and you fight another player. So for that, it also gets an A. Garden Warfare, I'm gonna give an S, and Garden Warfare 2 a double S. This game is like Overwatch before Overwatch released, and 2 is just better 1. And I still want to play this game. It's very fun. It's like $2 on G2A, so if you haven't played it before, I would recommend it. Dead by Daylight is so boring. You just run around the map until you make a mistake doing the generator and get killed. I don't know, it's too slow paced and it's not really scary. Darwin Project, right now it's an average game, but it has potential to be very good, but I haven't seen it actually execute any of its potential yet. Holy shit, we got a long way to go. Banjo and Kazooie is an A. I really like 3D platformers, and I played through this last year, and it's not... I don't know. Lego Marvel Superheroes. I have 2 on here. This is the console version. I will give that an S. It's one of the best Lego games out there. Disneyland Adventures for Kinect sucks. D. Kinect Adventures is honestly pretty fun. I'll give it average. Jetpack Joyride is better Temple Run. Kinect Joyride is better Kinect Adventures. Kinect Sports is fun. Kinect Sports Season 2 is fun. Lego Harry Potter is average Lego game. Stick of Truth is a double S. Both of these are double S. They're not triple S, but they're both really fun and funny to play through. Casey Powell Lacrosse. So this is like Madden, but for lacrosse. And all I remember is bullying my cousin by running away from him while holding the ball because there's no shot clock. So I just score 1 goal and then time him out. Fun game if you don't play by the rules. So for that, I'll give it an A. Actually, but as a sports game, it's average. Tales from the Borderlands, I don't remember a whole lot about it. I remember liking it a lot though. It's a good Telltale game. Hydro Thunder is pretty average. Lord of the Rings Conquest, chances are if you've heard of this game you don't like it because it gets panned for being just an awful licensed game. I love this game. Double S. Just only nostalgia bias. I have no grounds judging this game from a critical standpoint, but nostalgia bias puts this at double S. Peggle is average. Lego Lord of the Rings, you have Open World Mordor, S. War of the North, all I remember from this game is I couldn't beat the tutorial boss with my dad when we spent like 3 hours on it, so triple F. We spent like $60 on it and we never even got to play it. Need for Speed Shift is an average racing game. Forza is an average. Racing games are boring as hell. We play Tank Minigame, rocks. All the other games kind of suck though. Lego Marvel for the 3DS, you can't even do anything. It's a double F. I just remember being so disappointed. The 3DS version, like the campaign is super shortened and all the missions suck and it's just, don't play it. Wii Music, why was this game even made? Toy Story 3, the video game, was pretty fun, but I tried to play through this a couple months ago and I don't understand what to do. It's so unclear. I'm giving it a C. Super Mario Bros. U, everyone shits on the new Super Mario Bros. Games, but they're fun. I'll give it S. Captain Toad was fun. Mario Maker 2 is a triple S. The multiplayer and the building, it's probably my second favorite game on Switch. It's just very, very fun game. Mario Maker 1 is just normal S. Splatoon 1 is A. I'm gonna give, no, that's 2. 2 is an S for the DLC. Octo Expansion is fun. Splatoon 1 is an A. Pac-Man Namco Museum Remix. This game is, no one's even heard of this game. Look, it's an A. It's fun. Once this is just shitty Wii Sports. There's like 6 mini games, and they're fun for like 30 minutes. It's so disappointing when you have Wii Sports and Nintendo Land, which are some of the greatest tech demos ever, and then you get 1-2 Switch. But as a meme game, I'll give it average. Mario Tennis Aces. It's a fun tennis game, but it's not much other than a tennis game. It's just tennis, and for that, it's average. Tetris 99, I'll give an A. It's actually fun to play, and I'm not even a Tetris player. The Battle Royale stuff gets memed on pretty hard. It's still good. Christ, we have a long way. Super Mario Party. God, everyone was like, this game's gonna be good, and it was good. And people are like, well, it needs more content, but it'll be good once the DLC comes out. It's 2 years since the release, and no DLC has come out, and for that, it gets an average. It had potential to be somewhere up here, but there's just no content in this game. Marble It Up is a fun 3-hour experience, average. Snipper Clippers, average. Mario Run, pay $10 to tap your phone a couple times. Minecraft on the consoles is I guess a double S. I don't like the crafting system, and there's no servers, so it's not going up there. Tank Trouble, if you don't know, is a browser game, and it's a fun browser game. I've had a lot of fun on Tank Trouble. Snail Bob is another fun browser game, but not as fun as Tank Trouble. Wheelie is shitty Snail Bob. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, played the first 3 hours of it. I don't understand why anyone thinks this game is like a fucking masterpiece. I don't even know. It was made for 2-year-olds. I'm giving it a C. Link's Crossbow Training, tech demo, average. The old Dora game I used to own, I guess that's Diego, C. Plants vs. Zombies duplicate is A, because it's a duplicate. God, this game looks fun when you watch streamers play it, and then you actually play it yourself, and it's just not fun. it's so bad. You can't. If you play this game for 2 hours, you'll want to fucking shoot your eyes out. Oh, if you don't know what game this is Who's Your Daddy, where the dad tries to kill the baby. It's not fun. Never play it. Doom Eternal. If you watched my best games of 2020 video, you'll know it's going up here. It's one of the best FPS I've ever played. As a single player FPS, it is the best FPS I've ever played. They really just innovate on the genre. Pikmin 3. I only played the Pikmin 3 Deluxe demo, but that alone gave it an S for me. Now this is Pocket Edition, but I don't believe I have any other version of Minecraft on here. So just assume this is PC, and it's getting God tier. Untitled Goose Game is A. It's a good meme. Doodle Jump is an A. Alien Isolation, fun. What am I saying? I haven't even played it, so I'll give it not a game tier. Outlast, I have not played. So when I made this template, I made it when I was ranking with other people. So their games on here I have not played personally. So I haven't played either of these or that. Subnautica is a C. It's just a survival game where you go in the ocean. I've only played for 20 minutes, but I haven't had a lot of fun. I'm gonna get crucified in the comment section by someone named Cacahuate or something. So there's that. To ignore these are all not games. They're Mario 64 levels. And ask me why they're on here. Spelunky 2 is also a triple S. Yeah, just watch my games of 2020 video. Hades is a double S. I haven't played Code. Worms is fun. I like Worms, but no one will play it with me. In Silence is a generic Steam horror game, and you just shouldn't buy it. Buy Bigfoot or Dead by Daylight or one of the many other games. Don't buy this. Cluedo, Clue on PC, except I actually like it better on PC than as a board game. Clue is an A. Fall Guys was fun, but it's only fun for 20 hours, so I'm only giving it an A tier. If they actually add a lot more content, it might go up. Holdfast, I've barely played, but it's an S. You play in the Revolutionary War, and there's voice chat, and you can just you just play the game. It's an experience like no other. Roller Coaster Tycoon is a double S. Love this game. Ultimate Chicken Horse is an S. It's like Mario Maker, but you build the level to screw over your opponents, but you also have to complete the level. It's a really good meme game. Never played. Death Road to Canada. I bought this game with all my friends, and then we learned it didn't have online because a certain somebody didn't do research. So for that, it gets a C, because I wasted money on it. Dota 2 is just League, but slightly better. Enter the Gungeon is a cool roguelike. Hades is already on here. The Stanley Parable. Gimmick game, 3 hours long, but a pretty solid gimmick. We'll give it an S. Mafia. I don't know if Mafia 2's on here. If this counts as Mafia 1 and 2, I'm gonna give it triple S. If it only counts as Mafia 1, then I'm giving it double S. But I'm pretty sure I made this as the whole franchise, so it's getting triple S. Pacify sucks ass. It's the worst Steam core game out there. I'm giving it bottom tier. This game is bad, it's empty, and it's generic. I've not played any of the Dead Space games. Terraria is just Minecraft in 2D. I'm about halfway through Resident Evil 4, and it's... I'll give it an A. Slightly above average. I have not played 5. I've not played 6. Not played that. Is that 2? I'm gonna assume this is 2. If the 2 remake is on, 2 remakes on here. Rising Storm Vietnam, got it for $2. You play in the Boys of Vietnam. It's average. It's not anything special. It's just a shooter where you run around and die. You'll have fun for a little bit. Star Wars: The Old Republic. I know it's a good game, but it's just games that require a massive grind are really hard for me to get into. BioShock. Have not played. The Witcher is a double S. I'm like 12 hours in, but it's very fun. God of War is a double S. I'm almost done with the game, and it was very fun. I have not played. Mario 3D All-Stars, like I said in my Games 2020 video, it's just... It had potential, and it didn't act on it. While it's not inherently bad, it's not good. Xenoblade. I am playing through Xenoblade 1, and I don't understand the hype for this franchise. It's just, it's so... The plot is generic. The characters are flat. It's just like, I don't understand why people like it. I'm at the city where the Empress girl is, like, yeah, Shulk got kidnapped. If you played the game, if you know where I am, I just killed a Telethia about 14 hours in, and it's really not that fun. Ghostbusters. Keep talking and no one explodes. It's pretty fun. Corpse Party, I've not played. Danganronpa 2. So when I first beat the game, I would have given it an S, but the more I look at the ending and just like the game as a whole, if you've played the game, Trials 2 and 3 are pretty average. They're not like anything crazy. Trials 1, 4, and 5 are pretty cool. But the ending, well, it's not bad, it's just kind of all over the place. It's really messy. Like, I don't know. It's so rushed and out of left field, and it's just over the top and anime, and I'm gonna give it an A. I really like the 5th trial, but if the game had just ended right there, it would have been an S. But the ending, while much better than the first game, is still not great. I believe this is the Danganronpa spinoff. I haven't played, 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 haven't played. Fuck this game. Haven't played, haven't played, haven't played, haven't played, haven't played. Jesus. I've never played a FNAF game, but I have seen enough of them to know that they're all just chica jump scare you. FNAF sucks. I haven't played any of these Pokemon games. I haven't played Battlefield. Cold War, from what I've heard, is an average shooter. All these basics is just a really good meme game with funny ass voice acting. Starbound, I've played the demo of Kirby Star Allies, and I'll give it a C. I don't actually know a D. Why would anyone pay $60 for this game? Animal Crossing is average. Dreams is a cool concept. I don't really know much about the game, but from what I've seen, I'll give it an A. Oh, so they are separate. Alright, so then, in that case, they're both getting double S. Metro Exodus, I haven't played. Pit People, the other game by the Behemoth. I'll give it where I put Battle Block, but I think it is better than Battle Block. I haven't beat it yet, but I think it's better than Battle Block, but it's got nothing on Castle Crashers. Alien Hominid. Undertale is... What am I talking about? Okay. Madden is Madden. Just Dance is Just Dance. Some Dog, bro. If you've ever played Some Dog, you already know that's an S right there. The meta for Some Dog is to turn on multiplication tables and just do like 8 times 7 equals 15 or shit. You know what I was trying to say, over and over and over again. And then you can beat any opponent in the game because they're gonna be on harder math than you are. Sunset Overdrive is a fun game that I'm never gonna play again, but I had fun while I was playing it. Mario Party 6 is going to be our first triple S in a while. Best Mario Party game. It's the most skill-based, but at the same time, it's very bullshit. And all the boards are some of the best in the series. This is in my top 10 favorite games of Mario Party 6. I don't know what that is. Mario Party 7 is not as good as 6. Nier Automata, it kinda sucks, guys. Come on. It's not that good. You play as Maid in a robot. No, robot in a maid costume. And the plot is boring. It's so boring, and the combat is just button mashing, and I don't understand why this... I was told this is one of the best games of the decade, and so I picked it up, and it's just a slog. I'm like 8 hours in, and I can't keep playing. It's so fucking boring. Mario Party 2 is a double S. Mario Party 8, I know people don't like it, but it's an S. Mario Party 9 is... Mario Party 9 sucks. It's the worst one. Red Dead Redemption 2 I haven't played. Persona 3 I haven't played. A Way Out is like one of the best co-op games I've ever played. If you haven't played A Way Out, go find a friend and beat it. If this game was longer, it would get a triple S, but it's only like 6 hours, and it's just like, I don't know. I can't give a 6-hour game a triple S, especially one with little to no replay value. But it is an experience you should have, and if you have a friend, go play it. Resident Evil. Overwatch. Overwatch is a really solid game. It's one of my favorite shooters. It's just like, it's like better Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, if I'm being real. But the customs in this game are fun, the comps are fun, all the heroes work really well together. It's one of the best shooters. I think the baseball games are better than the Madden games. Jedi Fallen Order is like Nier Automata, I just can't get into it. I would rather play Sekiro. Persona 5 Royal is another god tier game. Yeah. Among Us is an S, because the skill cap and all the stuff I discussed in my 2020 video, it's not any higher than an S, but I have fun. Split Second is a racing game where you commit terrorism. It's like Mario Kart, but the items are terrorist attacks, and it's fun. It's like a racing game where you're actually engaged with the racing. Double S. Killer Queen Black, none of you have probably heard of this, but I'll give it S. Monopoly, it's just Monopoly. The first Watch Dogs is a C. The Mario 35, if it didn't shut down, I'm gonna give it C, because my will to play this game is non-existent, because it's shutting down in March. They're literally just shutting down a game. They're releasing it and shutting it down 6 months later. So yeah, I'm not playing that, because I just don't want to get invested in the game that's gonna shut down. Watch Dogs 2, I never really got into GTA, so for me this was my GTA. So yeah, I really like Watch Dogs 2. Danganronpa 1, oh, I hate the ending, and just the more I look at this game, the less and less I like it. The game, so when I initially beat it, I hated the ending, and I would have wanted to give this game a quadruple F. But I remembered how much I liked the build up to the ending, so I didn't. But looking back, I had like massive problems with the first 3 trials, and like I thought all of them were dumb. And then Trial 4 was good. Like a 7. It wasn't amazing. There's still the element of everyone admitting they did the fucking crime, which is so stupid when you have 3 people confessing to murder and none of them did it. Trial 5 I liked, but it was too plot heavy, and it led into Trial 6, which is the finale, which sucked. So I'm gonna give this game a C. It's just, the more I look at this game, the more it goes down. I might give it a D if, as time goes on. I just don't know. I just get no enjoyment out of this game. GTA 5, look, I've barely played it. I probably uploaded a video yesterday on this game, because we're about to play it in an hour. But I've played like 2 hours of GTA. But I will respect what it is and give it triple S, though I haven't really played enough to accurately judge it. Fortnite was a very fun battle royale before they ruined it, and I would just say they ruined it with updates. And all the sweats where you try to shoot someone and they build a fucking tower right in front of you. This game, Seasons 1 through 5, was great. Seasons 1 through 5, this game is triple S, but it's not Seasons 1 through 5 anymore. I would not play Fortnite in its current state. But I'll give it double S for what it once was. PUBG is just shitty Fortnite. It's so many games have done Battle Royale at this point better than PUBG ever did. No, PUBG's a C. PUBG sucks. Ring of Elysium is a Battle Royale that's better than PUBG for the grappling hook alone. You get a grappling hook in this game. It's pretty fun. A Hat in Time is one of the best 3D platformers. Honestly, I'd make the opinion that's better than Odyssey. I don't know. The game's too short, but the mods for this game are insane. The DLC is fun. The story is, like, I wouldn't say the story is good, but the characters are engaging. This is just one of my favorite 3D platformers. I might decide to give it God tier, depending on what else goes in triple S. Risk of Rain 2, if you watched my Games of 2020 video, you'd understand why it is double S.
Valorant is shitty CSGO, and Overwatch had a mutant child, and it just isn't fun. Valorant's boring. Rocket League is a fun game, on the other hand. I'll give Rocket League an S. I have many an hour on this game. League of Legends is one of the worst games ever made. Don't play it. The community's awful. The gameplay's awful. It is so boring. Never, ever, ever play League of Legends. Don't even think about installing it. Lego Batman 2 is a double S. It is the best Lego game. It has, I don't know. It's the best Lego game. The campaign's actually pretty fun. And the characters in the campaign just meme so hard. Lego Batman 3, on the other hand, sucks. I played this last year after loving Lego Batman 2 for my entire life, and it does not live up to the second one. Lego Star Wars 3 is the other Chad Lego game. Now I'm gonna give it double S. Complete Saga's overrated as hell. It's an A, but it's overrated. Battlefront 1, I'll give it an S. And Battlefront 2, because of the loot box shit, it's an A. Celeste is, I don't know. A lot of people really like this game, but I just saw it as like a 2D platformer I could run on my browser. It was fun, but it wasn't, it did not blow my mind by any stretch, and the plot is overrated. I'm giving Celeste an A. Phasmophobia is, like I said, one of the best horror multiplayer games on Steam. Phasmophobia is an S. Apex Legends is a fun battle royale, ruined by the fact it only has 3-player squads. So Apex is an S. The sliding mechanic it introduced that became standard for Battle Royale was pretty solid, as well as the revives. But the fact that the game only had one game mode, I called when people were saying, this game's going to be the next Fortnite. It's like, no. You can only play in squads of 3, and there's no other options. This game is going to die in a month. And while I wouldn't say it died, it certainly lost the Fortnite killer brand. Castle Crashers is a triple S. I don't need to explain why. 64DS is cool. It's not as speedrunnable as the original 64, so I'll give it a normal S. Modern Warfare is just the best modern Call of Duty by a lot. It's just one of the best modern shooters out there. It's way too big though. Modern Warfare 2 I don't have enough time on. Black Ops 1 is a triple S. It is not the best Black Ops game, but the Black Ops game I have the most nostalgia bias for. Black Ops 3 is shit on because it did not live up to 1 and 2. But if we're being real here, it is still a really good Black Ops game. It's just not as good as 1 and 2. But 1 and 2 are also like up here. 4 was average. 2 I will give triple S, though I like 1 better. Infinite Warfare sucks. Hollow Knight, I've played about 5 hours, but I tried to speedrun this game with my friend because I wanted to do a blind speedrun of the game that neither of us have played, which was a mistake. Yeah, you don't speedrun Hollow Knight. It's a game about open world and exploration. I thought this game was going to be like Sonic Mania. So I'm not going to be able to accurately judge it. It was above average. Battlefield 1, I literally spawn in and get shot. There's nothing I can do. I don't care if it's because I'm bad. I want to be able to play the goddamn game without walking 2 feet and getting sniped cross-map. Odyssey is a triple S. My opinion rotates a lot. It is tied with Mario Galaxy as the best 3D Mario game. Sunshine is not that good. Sunshine, I'll give an S, because there really aren't that many good 3D platformers out there, so we take what we can get, but it doesn't even deserve an S, it's an A. It's just not that good of a game. Double Dash is an overrated Mario Kart title. It's still fun though. Mario Kart Wii is not an overrated Mario Kart title. It is easily the best Mario Kart because the fucking meta is insane. Yeah, meta for this game is Funky Kong, but here, I'll just show a clip of someone just recently did the Ultra shortcut on Rainbow Road for the first time, and people have been trying this shit for 5 years. There's like over 10,000 attempts. The stuff you can do in this game is actually nuts. The drifting and the controls are the best in the series. And there are mods, and I mean a lot of mods. There are probably thousands of modded tracks for this game. And it's worth trying to hack your Wii to get them all. This game's easily a triple S. This is the second best Mario Kart, probably, but no, 8 is better. 7, you have no reason to play 7 if you can play 8. Let's be real. Because 8's now on Switch, so you can literally play 8 portable. You have no reason to play 7 if you can play 8. 8 is not as good as Wii because it doesn't have the mods, and I really hate how if you drive off the map, Lakitu just instantly catches you, which prevents all shortcuts. But it's still fun. It's a good Mario Kart title. Resident Evil 2 is an S. I mean, cool game, cool graphics. I really like trying to conserve ammo, but Resident Evil bosses I just don't like because you just run away and shoot them with your pistol, and it's just... I don't know. The Resident Evil games are just... they're flawed. Game & Wario is an S. It has a lot of fun mini-games. If you got turned off because it wasn't a proper, like, WarioWare game, I would still pick it up and play the mode where your mom walks in on you and Fruit with your friends. Fruit is a game. Snoopy Flying Ace is a game where you get into dogfights as Charlie Brown and the gang, and despite the absurd premise, it's pretty fun. This is a game where, like, it's not that deep at all in terms of the mechanics, but the meta, because of that, is pretty high, because you can just abuse the game's flaws. Outlast is average. I like the game, but the Whistleblower DLC really just pointed out all the flaws I have with it, in terms of it's just... the survival sections where you're trying to stealth mode are just so boring. I just kind of want to walk through the environment and see what happens, and when I have this enemy that can smell my footstep from 10,000 feet away and instantly teleport and catch me, it's like, it's really not that fun, and the amount of times where you have to try and look up where to go is just... it's pain. Deceit is a C. Sonic Mania is a very good 2D platformer. The Jackbox games are hard to rank, but I'll give them S, because I had a lot of fun with them. But it's hard to rank them as games. Alright, we're almost done here. Gang Beasts is fun, but it has a lot of problems with the PC port. Drink some water here. Golf with Your Friends, I feel like could innovate a lot more on what they have. It's an A, but they could make this game a lot better. This is a Wii golf game. It's average, but I hold nostalgia. This game is shocking. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Everyone thought this game was going to be bad, and it's an XCOM. It's XCOM with Mario, and it's actually fun. I'll give it S. Kingdom Battle, if it had online, would be a double S, but it has no online. Risk. Why is this on here? It's Risk. Doki Doki. It's just a visual novel, but as like a piece of media, it's revolutionary. It's a really solid game that I would recommend that anyone plays. It redefines like what a visual novel can be in a game, but at the same time, it's just a 4-hour visual novel. So I can't give a game where you press left click only any higher than S. Spelunky 1 I don't like nearly as much as 2, and that's purely because I didn't play it as much. Halo 3 is S. Halo Reach is double S. Halo 4 is triple S. Fight Me, it's the best one with multiplayer. Master Chief is God tier. And I'm gonna do that. Put Reach and 4 on the same tier. Portal 2 is a double S. Donkey Kong, alright, it looks like we're starting to get to the Nintendo games, which means this might take a bit longer because I have opinions on these games. Donkey Kong Country Returns is like one of the best 2D platformers ever made. I'll give it double S because I think Tropical Freeze is better. The 3DS version is just as good. It's not as good in terms of like the controls and whatnot, but it adds enough to the game with an entirely new world that it reaches the same level. Tropical Freeze is a triple S. This game is just... It is probably the best 2D platformer out there. Breath of the Wild is overrated as fuck. It's a fun game, but anyone who says this game is the best game ever made is just... Like, have you seen the plot of this game? Or how every dungeon is just a robot? It's just... This is not the best game ever made, but it's fun. New Super Mario Bros. Wii gets this purely on nostalgia. That's it. Wii U's better, but I'm nostalgia biased. 2 sucks. I think 2 is the perfect representation of how everyone views the new Super Mario Bros. Franchise in terms of generic, poorly or uncreative level design. And this is like everything wrong with new Super Mario Bros. Is this game. I really like Wii and Wii U, but 2 sucks. I hate 2. I think one reason people don't like these games is because they don't try the multiplayer, and the fact this game doesn't have multiplayer makes it so much worse. Or at least only 2 players. The multiplayer in these games makes them absurdly fun. Deluxe, I'll give the same tier as Wii. I'll give all these games the same tier. Metal Gear Solid 5 is a solid, really solid stealth game with like no plot that makes any sense. The more I play it, the more I like it. I gave it a B like 2 years ago. Playing it more now, I'm giving it S. I'm leaning toward double S. Just the more I play it, it ages well. Ground Zeroes is the same tier. This is a totally accurate Battlegrounds where you play as the Squid People. It's Battle Royale. Honestly, solid Battle Royale. It's a name. I don't remember where Diego was. Arma 3 is a buggy ass mess, but from the content I've seen on YouTube and from what I've played myself, I'm giving it an S. Soviet Womble is carrying it up here. Stardew Valley, so boring. You just make, I get that people like these kinds of games, but you just make food and you sell food and you talk about the townspeople, and I want to go Mario jump on Goomba head. You just can't do that here. Luigi's Mansion 1 is a very short game. It is a fun game, but it's 4 hours long and the controls are kind of... I'm not going to attack this game for its controls. Its controls are good. I guess my main... I don't know what my problem with this game is. There's something about like all the gimmicks and whatnot just doesn't sit right. Wind Waker is the best Zelda game. It is. You're just in denial if you disagree. It's the best Zelda game. Inside, whack-ass story, vague as hell, S. Luigi's Mansion 3, on the other hand, is a triple S.
I'm a huge fan of Dark Moon. I'll do these at the same time. And you Luigi's Mansion purists are gonna be like, Dark Moon is so much worse than the original. To that I say, I played Dark Moon first, so this kind of set the standard for me for the series. And then I played Luigi's Mansion 1, which was like obviously way different from Dark Moon. And I don't know. I played this one first, then I ended up liking it much better. Obviously, the mission structure didn't really bother me that much when I was a dumbass 5-year-old, which is why a lot of people didn't like this game. And I just love the animations and the character that they give Luigi. Luigi is in my top 10 favorite, like, fictional characters. He's just the man. Brawlhalla is worse than Smash. Anyone who disagrees should be crucified. Stick Fight is fun to play for 30 minutes. Insurgency Sandstorm sucks. It's way too complicated, and this is the peak of you walk 2 feet and die in a shooter. If Battlefield 1 is F, I'm giving this game double F. Rust sucks. Don't play Rust. It's a waste of your time. Go get a life. Go outside. Devilman 5 is an S. I don't really know enough about the meta and all the combos and the characters, but like as a campaign-based game, the cutscenes are entertaining enough and the combat is fun. It's definitely worth your time. Payday 2, the enemies are literal bullet sponges. I've never seen a shooter with more like just cranking up the numbers on the enemy's health bar and just putting zeros on the keyboard. This game is absurd in terms of its and how you play it. You can stealth it, but you always just go guns blazing. And yeah, it's an F. It's not that good. Speedrunners, on the other hand, is a double S. I just love screwing around in this game with friends. I have like 70 hours on it. Sea of Thieves, if this game had more content, it could be up here, but it's just fetch quests. And that get you cosmetic items. It's like, nothing you're doing is particularly fun, and then everything you do doesn't get you anything. So I like the game a lot, though. I'm gonna give it double S, but it has so much potential, and I just hope they can deliver on it before it dies. Super Mario 64 is a triple S. For the speedrunning alone, you can pick up this game and just play it. At least if you know what you're doing. If you have 100 hours on Mario 64 YouTube, you can like pick up this game, get 8 stars in 10 minutes, and it's fun. The glitches and bugs in this game really ascend it to new heights, and speedrunning it is very easy. Let's see. Mafia 2, again. I'll put this here, and I'll put the Mafia thing at triple S. Alien Hominid, I haven't played. Wii Sports Resort is better than Wii Sports. So I'll give it S. Cuphead is double S. I like Cuphead, but it's not one of the best games ever. But it's a fun game. Hearts of Iron, I would like a whole lot more if I knew how to play. It is so... I have 130 hours on the game, and I still feel like every time I play it, I've never played it before. It is so complicated, but I can see a good game under the surface of all the buttons. If I was better, it'd be triple S, but it's just getting S. Subway Surfers is Temple Run, but better. Runbow is shit. Brawl Stars is an A. XCOM is... I don't have enough time on XCOM. Gmod is S. Mario Sports Mix is the best Mario Sports game. No different opinions allowed. Nintendo Land is the best fucking tech demo ever. This game is so fun. Realistically, you only play the Alien game and Mario Chase, and then maybe Metroid Blast, but I just have hundreds and hundreds of hours on this game fucking around with my friends. It's triple S. Sekiro is a triple S game. I haven't played Dark Souls, but I plan to, because this game is really fucking good. Yeah, play Sekiro. 3D World
Uh, this is tough. I'm gonna rank these first. Final Fantasy VII. Here's, at first I thought it was an A, and I thought it was a C, and then I thought it was a double S, and right now I'm giving it a C again. Rainbow Six is a triple S game. One of the best shooters out there. Smash for Wii U just never really stuck with me. I loved Brawl. We haven't gotten the Ultimate yet, but this game, it just, I don't know. It took out all the fun modes, and it was just Smash, and it was, I don't know. It's only an A. Super Sluggers is the other really, really good Mario Sports game that's on the same tier as Sports Mix, but slightly worse. Alright, here are the tough ones. Alright, I'm gonna start with Smash. Smash is like my favorite game of all time, so I'm giving it God tier. Mario Galaxy is, again, tied with Odyssey. I'm gonna put both of them in God. I switch back and forth on which game I like more so frequently, so they're getting the same. Having replayed Galaxy 2 just a month ago, it's not as good as 1. It's just not as good. The levels are too linear, and once the initial awe of seeing how cool the concepts are goes away, it's just not as replayable or as fun. So Triple S, still one of the greatest 3D platformers out there. The third best 3D Mario game, but it's not as good as Galaxy 1 or Odyssey. And 3D World, I'll put it on the same tier as the rest of them. So games I'm going to move up to God tier before I leave. I will move Siege. Yeah, I'll make my top 10 God tier. I know this is illegal, but I'm counting Galaxy, so I'm just gonna have this be top 10. So Galaxy and Odyssey are gonna be the same. These count as one game. Siege, I'm gonna put Castle Crashers, Mario Kart Wii. I want to put Dark Moon, but I'm not going to. Sekiro. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, there it is. For those of you that just skipped to the end of the video to see the complete tier list, this is what it is. Feel free to pause. And that's all. Feel free to scream at me in the comments for why FNAF is actually the greatest game ever made. Alright, so after reflecting on this a day later, I've come to the conclusion that I agree with everything on here. I would have put Hat in Time over the Master Chief Collection in my top 10, and I still cannot decide if Mario Galaxy or Mario Odyssey is a better game, and FNAF still sucks.